In the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
From the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A man who missed all of 2021. This is J.K. Dobbins. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Ravens had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blower out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin things here with Gaskin. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
There's no doubt that he has plenty of heart, but you've got to be careful of those receivers that are slight of build. They leave themselves open to some pretty big hits across the middle. That pass, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Jackson to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Now Mostert off the read option.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And going deep downfield for Boykin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Miles Boykin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken 6. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work, because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 7-7, our score after 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Deshaun Jackson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. On first down, Tagovailoa. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully...
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Dolphins. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
On second down, Jackson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Now it's Jackson.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Picked off, Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Now left side on the swing pass.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Right. Neil Green.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Out route to Hill, complete. He's got room at the 30.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen.
Striker, please, 3. Striker. Right, 97.
2 and now on first down.
He's going to get this complete to Gaskin.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And, oh, that is going to be a safety.
The goal was a score just before the break, but I'm not sure that a safety was how they expected to do it. But give the defenders credit. They saw how the series was starting out, and I think it increased their intensity. This was their chance to make a huge play before the half, and all they needed was one play to get it done.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
David Ojabo brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
Let's go.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. In motion, Hill. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the 1st half.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Dolphins 1st down.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
So add 3. All told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing. And that could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. Throwing left side, it's complete. And some room to roam now.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Tua.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here we go.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Oh, that one's going to hurt big time because it's a one-score game, and they certainly thought with that throw they were getting a difference-making score right there.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Tua going to run again.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Jeff Wilson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 5. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
The Ravens send their punter out now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Two and now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over the first and 10 at their own 25-yard
line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are back within a score. Tucker with the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. That one going to be caught by his running back, Gaskin. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Looking to pass. Tua. That one complete to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Another run with Gaskin. Room here to run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Miles Gaskin, 52 yards. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded inside the 5.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get 1 more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Again, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get 1 key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Jackson will throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Jackson now. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
You see that?
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here we go.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball, but you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense, but how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Throwing, Jackson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line.
Jackson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
2 and now on first down.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
First down catch there by Jalen Waddle. What a promising debut for the 6th overall pick in the 2021 draft. Led all rookies with 104 receptions, mainly catching passes from his college teammate, Tua Tagovailoa.
On first down, Tagovailoa.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They are on to the fourth quarter in Jacksonville, and the Colts have now swung back in front in that game. A win would be their second on the young season. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Blue striker. Light blue. Black top. Yellow. Yellow blue.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Now, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. He connected on his first, this from 41. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, middle.
Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One last shot for Jackson. Under pressure, they got him again. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.